SpaceX IPO is finally here. Should you buy? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sad coming to you with today's stock pick, indicator help, and general investment tips. Remember, this channel is all about no face, just facts in 5. I do the research so you don't have to. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most anticipated IPOs in market history is finally almost here. We're now about 1 week away from the expected SpaceX IPO listing date, currently showing June 12, 2026, with an indicated IPO access price around $135 per share. Now, before we get started, let me be very clear. IPO dates, pricing, and share availability can change right up until launch. So always verify the latest information with your broker before investing. But if this IPO actually launches as expected, we could be witnessing one of the biggest public market events of the decade. Why is there so much excitement? Because SpaceX isn't just a rocket company anymore. Most people think rockets. Most people think Falcon 9 launches and astronauts heading to the International Space Station. But today's SpaceX is much bigger than that. The company now has 3 major growth engines. First, you have the launch business. SpaceX dominates commercial launches worldwide and has dramatically reduced the cost of getting payloads into space. Second, you have Starlink. Starlink is already serving customers across the globe with high-speed satellite internet. This isn't some future concept. This is a real business generating real revenue today. And third, perhaps the most surprising development, SpaceX now has significant exposure to artificial intelligence through its acquisition and integration of xAI. That means investors aren't just buying rockets, they're potentially buying exposure to space technology, communications infrastructure, broadband internet, AI development, and massive computational infrastructure, all wrapped into a single company. That's a pretty compelling story. Now, let's talk opportunity. If you look at the largest wealth creation stories of the last 20 years, many had one thing in common. They were industry disruptors. Amazon changed retail. Tesla changed electric vehicles. Nvidia became the backbone of the AI revolution. SpaceX is attempting to transform multiple industries simultaneously. They're changing how satellites are deployed. They're changing internet access globally. They're advancing reusable rocket technology, and now they're positioning themselves inside the AI arms race. That's why so many investors are paying attention. But let's pump the brakes for a second. Just because a company is amazing doesn't automatically make the stock a good buy at any price. One of the biggest mistakes investors make during hot IPOs is getting caught up in the hype. We've seen it happen before. Sometimes stocks explode higher on day one. Other times, investors rush in, the stock becomes overvalued, and early buyers end up sitting through significant pullbacks. So what should investors watch? Number 1, valuation. At $135 per share, what does that imply about the company's total market value? That's one of the most important questions investors need answered before jumping in. Number 2, allocation. Many IPO investors don't receive all the shares they request. Demand could easily exceed supply. Number 3, volatility. This stock could experience massive swings during its first few weeks of trading. That's completely normal for highly anticipated IPOs. And number 4, long-term vision. Are you buying because you believe in the next 20 years of SpaceX? Or are you trying to make a quick trade? Personally, what makes this IPO fascinating is the combination of growth drivers. You're not relying on one product. You're looking at launches, satellites, internet services, government contracts, AI infrastructure, and future technologies that haven't even fully matured yet. That's a lot of potential catalysts. Now, does that mean the stock only goes up? Absolutely not. Every investment carries risk. Competition exists. Government regulations exist, execution risk exists, and anytime expectations get extremely high, it becomes harder for companies to exceed those expectations. But if SpaceX executes on its vision, This could become one of the most closely watched companies on the public markets for years to come. So here's my question for you. If you get access to the IPO, are you buying SpaceX at $135 per share? Drop a comment below and let me know. Are you all in on the future of space and AI? Or are you waiting for the stock to pull back before taking a position? I want to hear your thoughts. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Do your own research, manage your own risk, and never invest what you can't lose. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with a stock or indicator you'd like me to cover next. This is Sat, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.